Let me go ahead and hit. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Let me go ahead and hit record on this thing. So it can get us. All right, so we have all of this equipment everywhere. I was just telling Kyra, when I first started this journey as an entrepreneur, I was like, I do not want all this stuff. I do not want to be, on the mic, on the phone. We got headphones, we got the laptop, we have the podcast equipment. It's hilarious. But now, once you get into it, it's like, this is the way to let the people know that you know what you're talking about. So this is just a trial run of this podcast equipment. Raise your hand if you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Thank you. All right, so the topic I wanted to talk about, oh wow, that's dope. It looks like when you're in the studio.
But it's just making sure you can tell exactly what you're talking.
That's dope. Oh, this is so cool. All right. So I wanted to talk about imposter syndrome and how to, combat that.
Can you explain what imposter syndrome is?
Yeah, I don't know if I like these headphones. I use them when I'm doing my virtual sessions, but it's like noise canceling, so I feel like I'm underwater. Let's see. We can work it out. All right, so imposter syndrome is when basically you get afraid of your success. You got all this success and it's like, am I the right person for the job? Is this really for me? Can I do it? Am I qualified? And it's really fear-based when it comes up. So I wanted to talk about this topic because it happens to a lot of people, probably all of us, and then we have to combat it. Oh yeah, I got on some stickers because I got an old work shirt on in a hospital I used to work at. We don't work there no more. But anyways, so imposter syndrome happens when you feel like you aren't qualified. So the way to combat that, one way, is to think about what makes you qualified and really just break it down. So, Kyra,
yes.
What is something that you feel like you are qualified to do?
I feel like I'm qualified to do like hospitality work or customer service work because that's some things that I've done before and I'm confident in.
Why are you confident in it?
Because I have experience in it.
Okay. But when you didn't have experience in the beginning, how did you get confident before you started?
Because I knew it was something I was capable of doing.
Yes. Perfect. Based on your qualities. You said, you basically broke down who you were. I'm this. I'm, nice. I have good customer service. I'm good with computers. Basically, you broke down your skill set to determine if this is something that you could do. Then you thought about, am I good at it? Because just because you break down your skill set doesn't mean that you're going to be good at a particular thing. Like, all of us can jump, right? That doesn't mean that all of us can play basketball. So it's breaking down your skills, your characteristics, and thinking about, am I good at it? And then once you decided, okay, I'm good at hospitality and everything, how did you keep yourself in the space of knowing, I can keep doing this instead of getting the fear and how did you keep yourself from getting the imposter syndrome, feeling like, oh, I'm not qualified, I can't do this?
For me, I feel like if you stay, I feel like you stay like up to date on what you know, and you don't let like when people also are in the same field and they might be doing something good, you don't let that outshine what you can still do.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So, this is the thing. This is how I break it down. Exactly what she said. First of all, you think about your characteristics, what you're good at, and you keep yourself abreast of the new knowledge. You keep learning. But the biggest thing is to think about yourself all the way back into childhood. So I tell y'all, I come from a different take where it's more of a journey, it's more of a spiritual journey in this business world. So imposter syndrome can be combated by thinking about, this is who I was as a child, like for me, and thinking about like your bloodline, what's in your culture, like how this is a part of you. So for me, I'm a nurse and I'm a nurse entrepreneur. Okay, in this space, it's very, very, very easy to get imposter syndrome and be like, maybe I'll just go back to the hospital. It's so easier. They need hundreds and hundreds of nurses. It's easy to just walk in, get that paycheck. But in order to keep moving as a nurse entrepreneur, I have to keep going within and thinking about who I was as a child. This has always been me. I've always been into caring for my dolls, caring for the pets, caring for somebody if they were sick. I don't want to go play. I'm going to help them and take care of their little foot that they stomped on the side of the bed. So that has always been me. Secondly, I think about my bloodline. My mom is very nurturing. She worked in a nursing home before she became a teacher and everything, before she got into... Why y'all laughing at us?
You say y'all cute though.
We trying to do this podcast. This is the first trial run. We trying to work it out. So my mom worked in a nursing home, so that's caring for people comes down my bloodline. And this does not mean that you have to do what's in your bloodline. If it doesn't resonate with you and it doesn't identify with you, no, you're not going to do it just because mom and dad did it. But for me, I realized that I was following in her footsteps. I didn't know she worked in a nursing home until she told me. This entrepreneurship thing, this is where it's very easy to get imposter syndrome. So what I do is I think about my daddy. Every time I see my daddy, he like, I got this for sale, I got that for sale, I got chickens for sale. He lives in Arkansas. I got hogs for sale. I'm fixing trucks. I'm working on cars. He always on the move. He is always selling something. He is always working. And he always talking about, I got businesses. Now he also said, I can't work for nobody. I got to work for myself. And growing up, I was like, what is he talking about? I'm going to always have a job. And because my mom is the type to be on a job for 30 years and get her little gold sticker that says, oh, you've been here 30 years. And like, that is the type to walk out like, F all of this. So I'm a blend of them both. I don't walk out like F all of this, but I do decide, okay, yeah, I'm going to be innovative. I'm going to pave the way. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put all this together and we're going to make something major. So when I think about, like, that helps me combat my imposter syndrome, which I don't think I get it, because all the time I'd be like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm always in that space of,
this is your path.
This is my path, and this is my purpose, and this is where I'm supposed to be. So it combats imposter syndrome because I'm doing that daily, knowing that I'm walking the path that I should be walking. But if at all I start to feel like, today I had a lot of clients, today I had to do some marketing and I hate marketing. I think about it, this is what you should be doing. You're half your dad, you're half your mom. Like, you're the perfect blend of them. And it's in your blood to be an entrepreneur, because your daddy said don't work for nobody. Now, I don't agree with that because when we're entrepreneurs, we work for everybody. You work for the community. But I get why people say I can't work for anyone, and I know that most of us don't mean it like that. I've never said that, but I have felt like I want to be the innovative one paving the way because I have so many ideas, and I know that that's part of my purpose path to share all of this that I have within me because I know it can help somebody. Mm-hmm. So that's what people are trying to say when they like, I don't want to work for nobody.
Somebody got to pave the way.
Right. But that's what you do. You dig deep and you think about why you. Because some people say, why you? Why me? Why me?
I know.
That's imposter syndrome. Why not me? Right. Why not me? And so that's how I do it. That is a big part of manifesting is knowing that you can do it, but knowing why you can do it because it's a part of you. Yeah. So, Kara, have you ever had imposter syndrome?
No.
Me either. No. I feel bad for saying it because so many people identify with it.
I always just go after what I want to get.
Just go after what you want to do. And I do feel like some people are just...
But that's some people's thing. I don't have that thing.
Yeah. Some people are just...
discouraged, so...
Yeah, and they get in their own way. They get in their own head.
That is true.
And they start to feel like, why was I chosen to do this? You got to get into the place where you like, I was chosen to do this because I'm the right person for the job.
It's all about your mindset.
Yep, it's about your mindset and your energy and knowing, yeah, I'm doing this because who else could be doing it any better than I'm doing it? Like, this is my space. So, I don't know. It comes from a place of deep self-awareness and confidence. And of course, when you work with me, I go any deeper to explain energetically how you get that energy to say, I'm the right one for the job. I got this because I got this. And that's your solar plexus energy. A lot of people don't realize their solar plexus energy is low. And they're like, I don't know why I got imposter syndrome. It's because you're not balanced and you're not on a spiritual journey. You're on a business journey and you're just getting more and more education and more degrees. And no matter how many degrees in education you get, you still feeling it. Like, I'm not good enough. I got imposter syndrome. And you got all these letters behind your name, in front of your name, beside your name. And you still got imposter syndrome. That's because this is a spiritual journey. Somebody said my mindset now is I'm not better than nobody. However, nobody's better than me. I love that. That's dope. That's kind of how I feel. I never feel like I'm better than anybody.
But just the best you could be.
Yeah, nobody can be better than me though. I love that. Who said that? Wellness looks. I love that. Because that's exactly how I feel. And a lot of people might say, oh, that's cocky to feel like nobody's better than me. But that's how I feel. Nobody can do this better. Because for one, it's curated. And it's everything that I see you. She said me. Or it's a lady, right? Yeah, she said me. Wellness Lux, thank you. It's like nobody can do this better than me. So that is why I should be doing it. And when you find yourself in a loop of getting more and more education, more and more certifications, more and more this and that, you're doing that because you probably have imposter syndrome and you're trying to prove that you deserve to be in your seat. What you need to do is check on your inner child, because your inner child in there hollering like, hey, I'm over here, I'm feeling left out, include me. When you include that inner child, it comes from a deep place that you know this has been me from a child. And you know, we say go within. It's hard to break down all this terminology that we use in a podcast, on camera. Go within. It's like, how do you go within? That is why it helps to connect with somebody who can show you what going within is, instead of just telling you go within. And that is what we do in the programs, the elevation program and the doing everything intuitively program. I show you what going within is, because every part of it includes the intuitive healing, where you're on the table and you go into that meditative state, assisted meditation. But yeah, this topic is very, very important. Anything else? All right. Well, we don't want to make this too long. We really were just checking out our new equipment. We're gonna figure out this camera situation so that we're not both like ooh, crammed on this couch. We're gonna figure out this camera situation. But thank you for being here. Thank you for chiming in. I don't know the next time we're gonna go live, but we will see you soon. Thank you for being here.